It is time to learn all the signature call and response licks for dueling banjos on guitar. It's usually best to learn the important pieces of a song before trying to put it all together. Learning this way is usually effective and efficient. This tune uses pieces of the G major, C major, and D major scales. If you want to go the extra mile, check out some of the scales and scale workouts that we have in TuneFox. I'll mention this later, but as you work through this, use the focus feature. That will allow you to loop individual measures or multiple measures so you can hear things repeatedly to understand how it's supposed to sound, and so you can practice it repeatedly and get those reps in and build your muscle memory. I'm going to teach each of these phrases one by one and talk about some of the components that you might need to think about to play these more smoothly. And then after I go through all those, there will be a playthrough with a metronome that will play through each of these phrases multiple times with super steady timing, and you'll be able to hear that and see that with close-ups. All right, the first phrase, we're just going from a partial G chord here on the D, G, and B strings, and we're gonna have a little pickup strum here, down, up, and then we'll do that at a down strum after that, so down, up, down. And then we're going to this partial C chord, just the middle finger on the second fret of the D string and the first finger on the first fret of the B string. Again, just strumming the strings D, G, and B, and then open D, G, and B, right? So it sounds like this. And obviously I've got a little bit more narrow range of motion for my pick hand. It's only moving kind of in and around the strings that I'm actually trying to play. Something that can help you with the timing of this, besides using that focus feature and listening repeatedly, we could count it. And a 1, and 2, and a 1, and 2, and a 1, and 2, and a 1, and 2. Using words a lot of the times can help, where we kind of use a familiar phrase or something, and each syllable of that word kind of gets tied to one of the beats that we're playing here. I'm going to use butterscotch ice cream. Butterscotch ice cream. Butterscotch ice cream. Butterscotch ice cream. You'll hear that again in the playthrough. So again, the tips on this one: small range of motion for the pick hand, and keep those chord fingers for the partial C curled and above the fingerboard, if not above the strings and frets that you'll need whenever you put that down. The second phrase, this one is iconic. It's one that we all know and love, or it could be one that you're tired of hearing because you're just over dueling banjos, and that's fine. So this one's a partial scale run using notes of the G scale. Right, it's absolutely classic. So we're starting on the B string, we're going down, up from open to first fret, and then we're going third fret, open, first fret, second fret of the G string, open B, open G, and then second fret of the G. Again, we could count this. Using the words can be something that helps as well. So I'm going to use, again, butterscotch ice cream, because the first part of this is very similar to the that opening first phrase, where we've got a quick down, up, and then some downs. We've just got a few extra notes there in this phrase. It's a little bit longer, so I'm going to use butterscotch ice cream, taste very good. Butterscotch ice cream tastes very good. Butterscotch ice cream tastes very good. Butterscotch ice cream tastes very good. Tips on this one: remember, we're going down, up there on the first two notes. Everything else is going to be a down strum or a down pick. When you've got these two fretted notes on your B string, try and leave your first finger down if you can. Doing this is going to build a habit that will help you increase your speed and fluidity when playing. If it's too much of a challenge, save it for later. And just like we talked about with the first phrase, finger preparation. So before I even play my first note, I've got my fret hand fingers relatively curled and above the fretboard and even above the strings or the string and frets that they're going to play. The third phrase, it's Yankee Doodle. All right, so this one we're starting on the open D string, twice on the open G, 2nd fret, B string open, open G, open B, 2nd fret of the G. Again, we can use some rhythm words here, just the lyrics from the song, and Yankee Doodle went to town, right? So the and is on your D string. The Yankee Doodle part starts when we're actually playing the G string. And Yankee Doodle went to town, and Yankee Doodle went to town, and Yankee Doodle went to town. Again on this one, finger preparation. So just having that middle finger curled and above the G string before you ever start playing. A quick note, as you're using the focus feature in TuneFox with this, a good thing to do would be to play it once and then listen once. That's going to help like improve your ear and it's going to give your hands a break, so you've got a chance to kind of take a breath and relax your body and your hands and fingers for just a second before you try to play it again. All right, the fourth phrase, we've got another iconic one here. All right, most people are going to know that's Dueling Banjos whenever you play that one. This is just a little run for the first 5 notes of a G major scale, and again it's starting with a quick down up here on the 3rd fret of the E string, and then we've got another down strum there on the 3rd fret, open A, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, open D, 3rd fret of the A, 2nd fret of the A string, and that's the whole phrase. And this one has the same rhythm as the 2nd phrase. So we can use again for our rhythm words, butterscotch ice cream tastes very good. Or we could do Rocky Road ice cream tastes very good. Whatever, just using some kind of words where the syllables tie to the beats can help you memorize and internalize this rhythm quickly. Rocky Road ice cream tastes very good. Rocky Road ice cream tastes very good. Rocky Road ice cream tastes very good. So obviously finger preparation is important, and we've got 2 fretted notes on the A string, so try to leave down whatever note you fret the 2nd fret here with whenever you go to the 3rd fret note on the A string. We've got some fingering options. So this one is out of a G major scale, and I like to also think about the chord that goes with that scale. So I think about this G major chord, and as you can see, I'm maybe fretting it in a way that you're not used to, or maybe you are. So this is an option of fretting this G chord where we've got the ring finger here on the 3rd fret of the E string, and the middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A, and the pinky down here. So that's one way to play the G chord and this little scale run. So I like it this way a lot of the time because it makes for a really easy change to your C chord. But a lot of people play their G like this, where the middle finger's at the 3rd fret of the E and the 1st finger's at the 2nd fret of the A. And we can play the chord like that, and we can play this scale run for this phrase here that way as well. Do whatever suits you. All right, the 5th phrase, this is very similar to the 4th. We're just doing a little 5-note scale run here, but this time we're doing it out of the C major scale, so the first 5 notes of that. All right, so this one, down and up, quick down up there at the beginning on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then another down following that, same fret, same string, and then we're going open D, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, open G, back to the 3rd fret of the D, and then the 2nd fret there, the D string. So I'm just kind of matching the finger to the fret the whole time here. If you wanted to be super smooth, you could use your pinky there for the 3rd fret D string note. You can get a little bit more sustain and ringing if that's the sound that you want to go for. And honestly, since at this point in the song we're not playing that C chord yet, you could also play out of this other position, like we had that option for the G, where that middle finger gets the 3rd fret notes and the 1st finger gets the 2nd fret note there on the D string. All right, the 6th phrase. This one is a little 5-note scale run, but this time out of the D major scale. Not a lot of fingering options here. We have to play this out of 2nd position, which means 1st finger grabs 2nd fret notes, middle finger grabs 3rd fret notes, and the ring finger will grab the 4th fret notes. So we've got a quick down and up here, and then another down on the D note. You notice it's really following the same pattern as we go through these scales. And then we got 2nd fret D, 4th fret D, open G, 2nd fret, back to open G, and we're ending here on the 4th fret of the D string. Again, we can use our rhythm words here. Butterscotch ice cream tastes very good. Butterscotch ice cream tastes very good. You know, if you want to get goofy, you have made me so freaking hungry. All right, the last phrase, very much like the first, except instead of doing partial G and C chords, we're going to do the full thing. And so here you can see I'm using that kind of alternate option to finger the G chord here, because like I said, it makes for a really easy switch once you get used to it, to that C chord. We could go the more kind of, I don't know, traditional or just usual route, like I said, where a lot of people play their G chord like this, where the middle finger's here at the 3rd fret. And as long as you practice that switch thoroughly, you'll be okay, but it does require some more dexterity to move in that way. But something you can do is do these little chord push-ups where I'm just pushing down and releasing pressure, but letting my fingers stay in contact with the strings. Do a couple of those and switch. So this is a good little exercise whenever you're working on chord switches and trying to get used to them. All right, that's how you play all the phrases. I'm going to do a playthrough and have a close-up where you can really see what's going on with the fretting hand. And the thing I'm going to do too is I'm going to play the phrase and I'm going to leave that same space of like however long each phrase lasts for like a response. So if you want to, you can either play the phrase kind of non-stop as I go through it, or you can respond to me after I play it. So maybe I'll do butterscotch ice cream, butterscotch ice cream. Da 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 da. Right? And we'll go back and forth like that, and then when I go to the longer phrases, da 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 da. Right? I'll use those rhythm words after I play it to help guide you and help guide your ear, so you can kind of play this along with me. 1, 2, 3, go. Butterscotch ice cream. Butterscotch ice cream. Butterscotch ice cream tastes very good. Ice cream is also good. And Yankee Doodle went to town. ice, very good. Rocky Road ice cream is also good. Butterscotch ice cream. Butterscotch ice cream. All right, those are all of the need-to-know phrases for dueling banjos. Work with each phrase one at a time. Make sure you can play it like 4 to 5 times in a row, with minimal mistakes before moving on to another one. Because if you can do that, that means you really have it down. Mastering something is about playing until it's easy, until it's almost harder to get it wrong than it is to get it right. Continue practicing listening to increase your memorization. You can do that with TuneFox with the focus feature and listening at a slow tempo. And you can also do that by listening to the original recording. When trying to increase your speed, work a phrase at a time, just like you're learning it for the first time almost. Use the focus feature to listen repeatedly and practice repeatedly. A good approach here is as it's looping around, right, as it's playing the same phrase multiple times in TuneFox, play it once and then listen one time or even a few times before playing it again. Having that little break in between will give you a chance to kind of relax the tension in your hands and take a breath. Because when you're increasing speed, you want to try to avoid increasing your muscle tension. You want to stay relaxed as you start to play faster. All right, your next steps. So if you've gotten all the phrases down here for phrase by phrase, you can check out from the top. In that one, it's just like the original recording where we start to play these phrases, the call and response, in order. Another important thing to learn if you're planning on playing this with someone else, or if you just want to be able to play the whole tune top to bottom, is that create your own rhythm. So learning to play the chord progression for this is very important to play the whole song, and super duper important if you're planning on playing with someone else, or if you're playing at a jam or something like that. And you really need to have the create your own rhythm, that chord progression down for the breakdown section before you try to tackle the breakdown and ending. Do not do that one if you don't have phrase by phrase and your rhythm absolutely down. All right, that's all we got for this one. I hope you all enjoyed it. Keep picking and stay tuned.